Hi everyone, I'm Tracy Tang. Today we have Annie Yan from Wells Fargo. So we have some question for Annie. Annie, how are you?
Yeah. Hello, Tracy. This is Annie Yan from Wells Fargo. Hello, everybody.
Great. So Annie, I have some buyers always confused one question. So before they buy, they would like to get a pre-approval letter, right? And
Yes.
they do not know the difference between pre-approval and credit approval. Can you please explain a little bit between, two of them?
Yeah, sure, Tracy. So pre-approval, pretty much the client submit the online application, filling out the income, assets, and also check the credit profile. Then the system will generate the letter called the pre-approval letter. And this type of pre-approval is without underwriter review. So once they are in contract, we still have to package the loan and send it to the underwriter for initial approval. Versus the credit underwriting approval, so while the client is shopping for the right home, and we can send the profile, including the income, assets, and also the credit report, reviewing the credit profile to the underwriter for review, and the underwriter will provide the maximum loan amount based on the client's provided documentation. So with the credit underwriting approval, once the file is done by the underwriter, when the client is in contract, we do not have to send the file back for initial approval. So that will shorten the time and also the risk of getting delayed or decline this type of situation. So that's the main difference between pre-approval and credit underwriting.
So I would say to play safe, right? If like in nowadays market, it's seller's market again, I would say, right? Because a lot of the homes are in multiple offers. So in this situation, we should advise our client, our buyers to get credit approval, to prevent the risk of the loan being declined so that they would lose the deposit.
I would recommend, for serious buyers, let's say they are looking to buy within, 6 months, definitely go for the credit underwriting, because credit underwriting, no commitment, no fee associated with the process. Okay. And after this is done, then buyers, have the choice of submitting like aggressive offers, such as short close of escrow, like 15-day close, or they can do no loan contingency, this type of aggressive offers. But without the credit underwriting, let's say if the files are not strong, then definitely not recommend, placing, a short close of escrow or non-contingent offers.
Okay, great. So what about pre-approval and credit approval, their processing time? Can you explain a little bit?
Yeah, so for the pre-approval, usually once the client submit the application, I can usually do it within a couple of hours, finish the review. However, for the credit underwriting, because it is like a real loan application, right? It's a full review, so the processing time will take a little bit longer. I would say usually it's within 5 to 7 business days, but with the low volume, sometimes we could do it a little bit sooner. Okay, so and the credit underwriting, the valid time is also 4 months, because the credit report is good for 4 months. Let's say if the clients do not find the right home during this 4 months and will need to renew the credit underwriting approval, the process is pretty easy. We do not have to start the process again. All they have to do is provide the updated bank statement, pay stub, and we update the credit, and we can extend the credit underwriting approval for another 4 months.
Okay, excellent. So before the buyers want to put in an offer, instead of doing the pre-approval, we should encourage them to do a credit approval. However, as far as I know, I don't see a lot of other banks or lenders or mortgage broker, they would do such a lengthy job to do the credit approval. Why is that?
Well, not all the banks provide the credit underwriting process due to maybe staffing issue, and also some loan officers might not want to do the credit underwriting because of a lot of work. But I would say I would definitely provide the option to the clients, and Wells Fargo does offer credit underwriting, so that way to lower the clients risk of losing the deposits and also increase the chance of getting the accepted offer, Tracy. I mean, you submit a lot of offers in the past, right? And you can probably tell me a little bit more about the difference when you submit an offer with the pre-approval letter versus a credit underwriting approval letter. So what's the advantage of getting the offer accepted with the credit underwriting?
So with the credit underwriting, I can see that most of my clients with the credit underwriting get their offer accepted, even in a very competitive market, because the closing time can be shortened compared to the pre-approval. So lately we have a deal in Danville, and the loan amount is about 1.6 million. And so within like 10 days, the house on market, we are able to actually reduce the price. So we write the offer for under asking, and we are still getting accepted. It's because of course our offers are very clean, right? And one of the reasons that the listing agent told me is because we can do it within like 17 days for the closing. And also the buyer is was able to get the credit underwriting, so that she is confident, and also the seller is confident that we can close. And so that follow is with you, Annie.
Yeah, I mean, Tracy, as a listing agent, right, and the seller also want to secure once the buyers accept the offer or have a mutual buying agreement, nobody would want to have the deal fall apart, right? And I would say credit underwriting will definitely give a much more confident to the sellers and also listing agent, and as well as the buyers and buyer agent, right? And then we can close the transaction smoothly. And with the credit underwriting, like I said, no commitment, no fee associated with that. I would strongly recommend to each buyers, when you are looking to buy in this market, not just pre-approval is not enough, okay? Unless you just want to know your purchase power and not expecting to submit any offers within the next few months, right? Then a pre-approval might be enough. But when you decide to submit offers, credit underwriting definitely will give you a lot of advantage. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Annie, for today to explain to our buyers what's the difference, what are the advantage between the pre-approval and credit approval. And if anybody would like to purchase a home, and if they want to have a pre-approval letter or credit underwriting letter, please let Annie know and fill up the form down below in the Google form section so that we can contact you directly.